What's up, everybody? This is the 2025 Toyota Camry, and so as you can see here, we have an XLE and an XSE. They're going to continue with the same trims as before, having the LE, XLE, and then the SE and XSE here. And so you can see the unique styling for them, and you can also see the new colors here. So you have Ocean Gem is a new color here, and you also have Heavy Metal for the first time on the Camry as well, and they both look really sharp. But one of my favorite things right up front here, you see these DRLs, which are orange here at nighttime, kind of like the parking lights there, and then they'll go to white in the daytime, and a really cool little touch. And you have the bi-LED lights here. These are the higher lights you're going to get on the XSE and XLE. The lower trims will still have LEDs as standard, which is great, so you have that great nighttime visibility no matter what, but you'll have just a single LED projector there on the lower trims. But especially the XSE, being a sporty enthusiast myself, I love how you have these like little canards. There's functional aero here, they say, too. So this is not just for looks. This stuff actually is functional now, and I really love how they've integrated the same kind of grille and hammerhead kind of design that we've seen on Prius that everyone loved, and seeing it here on the Camry looks really nice. It's also about 35 millimeters longer than before, so that's some of the styling changes here. Some of the stuff dimensionally otherwise is the same, but at least as far as length goes, that is ever so slightly longer. And some sporty new wheels here, again depending on the trim. You go to smaller and larger wheels depending on which grade you're looking at. Also, they're continuing with the two-tone roof, which is awesome, and I'm so happy that they've continued to do that here, and so it's an option here on the XSEs. And going out to the back here, I love these new taillights with the C-shape design here. And again, this is the premium light, which has the full thing there all the way through. But if you're going for a lower trim, you'll just get this part and not that part. But still, LED lights either way there. And you also have the pronounced exhaust tips here on the XSE that look great. And got the black Camry badging there on the black panel, and black spoiler looks great too. And all the body lines and stuff have been tweaked. So some extra lines here on the sides and the back, and even like they said they redesigned this little part here, so it's a little bit of a sleeker look than before, and looks really good. Here, we'll check out the back of the XLE while we're back here, and still just really classy and almost Lexus-like in my opinion. Just a very, very classy and classic kind of design that isn't edgy or super trendy or anything. I think it's going to really age nicely, and great to see another fun color as well here with this Ocean Gem color. But the big news here for the Camrys, it's going all hybrid, and you also can now get all-wheel drive as an option for a hybrid Camry for the first time as well. So they have a front-wheel drive setup as standard, 225 horsepower with the 5th gen hybrid system that they have now in these, which is the same new gen system we've seen in the Prius. And if you go for the all-wheel drive version, you'll have 232 horsepower. It's a little bit of a power bump there for that version. And they've all been retuned, they say, so that they are now set up to use less RPMs and more of the electric battery at lower speeds to give you a more spirited launch, and a little bit of extra response there, which will be fun to try out. I'm excited to try that out whenever these are able to be driven next year. But let's hop on the inside here and check out this interior, which is all new. They've completely redone everything in here, and as you can see, it's brought up to speed with all the latest Toyota tech. And but even the seats here are all new. They say they redesigned the seats. They have a longer cushion here. There's more comfort. The headrests are softer and pushed back a little bit, so you have just more comfort all around there. And of course, you can still get heated and ventilated seats. I love the cockpit red interior, which is one thing that's exclusive here to the XSE. You can also get black, of course, but the red, especially with this color combo, just looks so good. Let's hop inside, check out these new screens. So one thing, with the Camry before is, you had some of the more dated Toyota technology previously. Now you have all the best stuff here. So you have a 7-inch gauge cluster as standard. This one being, again, the top XSE. You have, on the XSE and XLE, you get a 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster. It's the same one you've seen in other newer Toyotas that I've covered in the past, year or two here. A really nice screen. It's very customizable. There's different views. There's lots of ways to customize the different pods and everything. It's just a really, really well done screen. And then in the middle here, you have a 12.3-inch touchscreen with wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto. Again, in these upper trims, the lower trims will go down to an 8-inch touchscreen, which still does have the wireless smartphone integration. But the 12-inch screen is really nicely done, and it's great. You still have a volume knob here for this one, and heated and cooled seat controls and all that stuff. It's still hard buttons, which is great. We still it's not like everything's screen based like some other vehicles from other manufacturers. It's great that we still have some physical buttons, nice and easy to control all that. Even some nice texturing here on like the vent controls and stuff, and nice deep cubbies. It's a little dark here, but I'll try and show that as best I can. But this goes way far down here, plus your 2 cup holders, wireless phone charger here, and armrest is nice and soft and nice and deep as well down there. And even like on the doors here, the new perforations you have, the new designs they've done just for the upholstery itself is a new look as well. But I mean, even like, you have padding up here, which is a really nice touch. Kind of reminds me of the Crown, honestly, which is, a little bit more upmarket. You still have, like some hard plastic down here as well. And this is pre-production, so we will wait to judge the materials and all that, in 2024. But, it's a really nice look up front here. This is a really cool design touch as well. Just makes this a little more visually interesting. You still have the JBL stereos here that you can get. There's going to be 2. I believe it's a 6-speaker bass one, and then you go up to an extra few speakers here for these upgraded versions. And you have a 10-inch head-up display here on the upper trims as well you can get. And moving on to the back seat here in the Camry, you still have the panoramic roof and just redesigned seats again in the back here as well. Now, as far as legroom goes, I believe it should be pretty close to the prior generation here. But hop inside. I have the seat up where I normally put it, me being 5'9", and still have a good amount of legroom there. I mean, it's always been pretty good in the Camrys here, but it's plenty of space. No complaints, I don't think. Have another look here at the front, which I still really like. So that new steering wheel too, which is a nice touch I didn't mention, but that's available, and it's available as a heated wheel, of course. Also, another notable thing, you have standard rear air vents. Previously, you had to go up to a higher trim for these. Now, even the base trims get rear air vents. You also have a USB and USB-C jack down there, which is great. You also get a fold-down armrest as standard here, which is really nice. And these new seats are nice and comfortable. Again, I really love this perforation. One other fun fact, if you're someone who's into safety like I am, they actually redesigned the whole rear seatbelt system here as a result of the IHS's new test on rear seat occupants. And so they said they redesigned a bunch of different things. For example, they moved the seatbelts closer to the occupants here, so there's less slack in the whole system. Should really help, to keep rear seat occupants nice and safe and secure. And so I think they've they definitely worked very hard to improve that here for this new generation, so it'll pass those tests hopefully very, very well. And so that's a really cool thing that a lot of other companies aren't talking about. So it's really cool that we're able to get some info there on that, and hopefully have a nice safe back seat as well. Check out the trunk here, and you can see it's a nice large space just like it was before. And don't think you'll have any complaints as far as trunk space goes. For a sedan, it's really good. And beneath the floor there, just your usual stuff. Looks like we do have a spare tire though, which is great to see. The other big changes though for the Camry are that they have really re-engineered a bunch of the stuff. They have a new suspension redesign here. They say improves the handling and the comfort, so it does both, and so it's great that you have improvements there across the board. Of course, I'll have to drive this myself to see how it compares to the last generation here, and whenever I drive these next year. But it's great that they have improved the handling. They say the braking system's been improved. And let's check out the interior on the XLE here, the more luxurious one. One of the cool things with the XLE is this is the first time that it gets Dynamica seat inserts as well as leather. So perforated leather, but Dynamica here on the outside. And it's a really cool little extra touch there. I think it kind of elevates it. It's a very premium feeling material, and you have some more of that here on the dashboard and the doors. I really like the design of that. It's really brightens up this interior for sure too. And you also see the sensor here for traffic jam assist, which is one of the other things that you can get here on these upper trims. Blind spot monitoring and rear cross traffic alert are also options, but otherwise Toyota Safety Sense 3.0 is standard. So you have automatic emergency braking, you have adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, lane departure alert, lane tracing assist, the proactive drive assist that they've had in the past couple of years. So they debuted in the Prius, I believe. You have a bunch of safety tech there as well, which is is great that they've included all that. And I mean, having, again, stuff like adaptive cruise control as standard is really nice, and something that, you know, there's still some other companies that don't do that. So that's a really nice touch as well. Actually, lots of safety, of course. Even have, you can see in the mirrors here, the 360 cameras you'll be able to get as well. And two other nice touches here on the cameras: you have laminated front side glass, which will help with your isolation, NVH being a little more quiet in here. And you also have a smart key as standard. So I believe you can add on the digital key as well, but as far as smart key, it has push button start as standard on all Camrys now. But yes, as of right now, we don't have any fuel economy estimates. That's the one, you know, big question. But of course, being this new gen hybrid system, obviously these are a little bit larger and bigger than a Prius, but, you know, hopefully we'll see some kind of impressive fuel economy numbers, you know, that might not be too far off from that. We'll have to wait and see. And as far as when these will be arriving, they'll be coming in the spring of 2024 here, and we don't have any pricing or anything like that, of course, because we're still a little ways away from that. But overall, I think it's a really nice improvement. You know, it keeps a lot of the things people liked as far as the sizing and the shape, the sportiness, you know, offering the two different flavors here with the LEs and the SEs and the XSEs. And so I think it's really nice, and they've just made all the right improvements. They, you know, improved the interior where it really needed to be improved, and they freshened up the styling and, you know, improved the performance there for the hybrid system, which, by the way, 30 more horsepower compared to the regular all-wheel drive, the mechanical all-wheel drive system you had on the previous generation. And the one other last thing to note is, of course, this hybrid system does run through an eCVT, so there's no way to get a physical automatic transmission anymore. In the Camry, they're all going to be the eCVT there, but, you know, they've improved all the responsiveness again for that engine and all that. So I'm very excited to, you know, see how it is. You know, hopefully it'll be nice and punchy and very responsive, especially there in that XSE version. But yeah, I think it looks really nice in person. A very nice look. I like, they really elongated this nose really nicely. And so, yeah, I don't know. I really like it, but let me know what you think about the 2025 Camry in the comments below. Huge thanks to Toyota for the opportunity to check these out, and please like and subscribe to keep these videos coming, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.